So this is the garden walk in February. This right here is going to be a patch of something. It's kind of like a hedgerow. It comes back every year. And Kevin's pretty brutal about cutting it back. He actually mows it over and then it just comes right back. That's the neighbor's yard. That kind of comes to life too. And we got this tree. It'll bloom throughout the year. There's our fence that we want to make out of pallets. Reduce, reuse, recycle, always. Oh, we got mud. Okay, I'm not trying to walk in that. Alright, let's come over here. Okay, so this over here, here's the compost bin. And you see how it's got leaves on top? I had put some stuff from my smoothies and juicing on the top of there, but I didn't want to leave just the raw, so I got leaves from over here, so I don't want to make you dizzy, on the fence line. So I picked them up and I put them on top of there to help with the whole compost process. So when I looked over here though, when I got the leaves, we got little signs of growth. It makes my heart feel happy. And then the ivy, of course. You can't do anything about roaches or ivy, right? It always comes back. And don't get me wrong, I ain't saying my house has roaches, but that's just the way it is. And there's the poison ivy that I haven't got rid of yet, but I intend to. I gotta pull that sucker up. You see how woody that stem is down there? So we gotta make sure we get the root. And you see that little hairy, can you see the hair on the stem? I don't know, I don't like that sucker. And then over here, I don't know if that hosta will come back or not. I put 2 hostas over here. I tilled in some leaf mulch, pulled all the weeds and stuff just to try to do something with this corner, besides let it be overgrown by crazy vines. So we'll see what happens. The neighbors moved out last year. They did a lot of work clearing out stuff, but we'll see what the new neighbor does with this house. And then we've got, see the milkweed pods? These things? This feeds the monarch butterflies. My neighbor plants all that stuff. It's pretty, isn't it? Just the way it folds open. And then these purple vines, I can't remember what these are, but they come from the neighbor's yard. If I come over here, we got milkweed all the way over here. I should probably pull that out. Keep it a little bit tamed. But you see how those purple stalks shoot from there? They feed something too, but they're a little crazy, so we gotta clear this fence before it actually starts to bloom. And there's some more pods there. These guys are all empty, so I wonder what this is gonna do. That one's full of seeds still. I'm going to cut all this stuff down. There's more for our fence. And then this here is a Rose of Sharon. It's so pretty. I love these. And Rose of Sharon will sucker, which means it's going to send shoots underneath the ground, underneath the ground that'll come up in other places. And so that's what it did. Ooh, look at the knots on this. That's cool right there. Like, I would take a picture of that if I wasn't making a video. It's neat looking, isn't it? I love a garden walk, like really no matter what time of year. And then let's see here. These are 2 Rose of Sharon suckers, but they suckered and grew up in the fence. So we're gonna have to cut that fence. There's 2 there and then this one here. We're gonna cut the fence and pull these out. And I wanna put them on either side of the entrance to the fence that we're gonna put up. And then this is more vining stuff from the neighbor. She's got a great garden over there. She always plants to feed beneficial insects and butterflies and stuff. So then over here, and this is my wine bottle garden. They survived the winter underneath the leaves. So let's see how that goes. I only got to here because I had the surgeries. And then Cookie is buried right down there. Get the gardens all set up. And then I threw popcorn out this morning because the cat loves to sit here in the window and she loves to look outside and watch all the birds and stuff. So I threw popcorn there to give her a show. So here's the window. If I knock, oh, there she is. Hi, baby. It's like her TV. We're gonna move this screen. Oh, I can lift it up right now. There you go. And I'll clean the glass and it'll be like her own little personal TV. There you go, baby. And you can see nature. All right then. What do we got over here? So this is where the ferns grow. These stalks are from a big old hosta. Pull these out, throw them in the compost pile. Wow, they're pretty there still, even through the winter with all the snows and stuff. But this is where the fern was last year. I wonder if it's got anything going on under there. Not yet. This was coleus. I could probably pull that out. And this is interesting too, because I had a fern that I made a terrarium out of, and it just kept growing, and it had a baby right next to it in the pot. And this baby, that root system's pretty tight in there. That right there, hopefully, will be a different variety of fern. So I'll have two, one there and one there. And they like the shade. This is a really good spot for ferns over here in hostas. And this thing doesn't go anywhere. It just keeps getting bigger. Probably, I don't know, it could be good there for a couple more seasons, I bet. But this is where we want to put that fence, right here, and then have a gate right here, and then put the 2 rows of Sharon, so that they're kind of like sentries at the gate going to the backyard. Oh, I wanted to check this too. This is the redbud tree. The one inside, I brought it in because I planted it way after this one, and I was a little bit concerned with the weather that it wouldn't survive, but I'm almost wondering if it would have been better off out here. This guy's looking good though. All right, and there's the neighbor's yard. It's so different in the summer. And let's see, oh good, the junk plant. Okay, well first of all, what I love, even in the winter, look at this bright chartreuse green moss. It's just beautiful to me. And then these dead hostas. You see, those knee surgeries last year, I didn't get out here and get all this stuff off, but that's all compost fodder right there. And then these guys, there's some sort of mold that was growing last year. It's still here. I'm gonna have to dig this out and throw in some compost, enrich the soil a bit, and see if it doesn't help with that. But this is the junk plant. This is a rush plant where the foliage is actually hollow on the inside. And the lady up at T's Farm told me that at her house, you know, because each zone on the plant hardiness map, each zone has different microclimates within that zone. So say this plant right here wouldn't grow at someone's house, maybe, you know, in St. Charles, but it is growing well here, and it grows in Soulard. So it's different, you know, what they're capable of doing. And we had, this is right here is a dianthus. That and that. This is a dianthus. Those have survived the winter, which is, I guess, because we had such a mild winter. And the Dusty Miller. Now I had a tomato plant there, but it didn't work out very well. It wasn't very high producing because it was in the wrong spot. It didn't get enough sun. I thought we would get enough sun over here, but we didn't. So I'll put something else there. And there's the other rush plant. So they're going to be beautiful this year. And more hostas. And then also very prolific is the mint. Still green. I got some great mint tea out of this. I sent my daughter some. More moss. Look how beautiful that moss is. I just love it. And this thing is beautiful and fiery. All these things are blooming in the summertime, like a reddish. And this here is also a hosta bed. Not much action there. This thing blooms beautifully. It needs to be trimmed back a lot though, because, oh, look at the buds. Look at that. It thinks it's spring. Everybody thinks it's spring with this weather. I'd like to put a garden right here. Maybe raised bed, maybe not, but we could take this sod and we could relocate it back over there by the compost bin, because all that is over there is that, what is that called? It's like a, I'll think of it in a minute. But this is the Black-Eyed Susan bed. They come back every year. And there's my poor broken candle. Got blown off the front porch on the high winds. That was a daisy bush. I hope that comes back. And a little peekaboo turtle. Okay. Over here, we pulled all this crap out this year. And we're going to have, oh, that's interesting. Where that water is. That's very interesting. So I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. Maybe we need to seal those cracks. I bet you we do. I bet that's right where that water's coming in the basement. So we're gonna seal that stuff up, and then this thing almost got lost last year. Look at this. All right, look at all the strawberries. That's wild strawberry in there. I mean, it's as bad as the ivy. So anyway, we're gonna plant all of this up. We're going to put in some dirt right here and make this a really pretty garden. And then here, I'm going to put basil, and then I'm going to put a tomato, and then I'm going to put, what was the other one? There was something else I wanted to plant, catnip, I think. And catnip and basil, they're, the catnip is from the mint family. Maybe I shouldn't put it by the, I got to read up on that. I don't think, you shouldn't put mint by tomatoes for some reason or another. But basil by tomatoes, they get rid of pests. Or they, not get rid of them, but deter them. And this over here is really exciting because I put in a bunch of bulbs. I mixed them in with the, I think there's a hosta that's here, and then my basil goes there, and there's dianthus, and then I also planted some garlic. So I think these are the bulbs, and you see that little stringy thing? I think that's the garlic. I just took regular bulbs of garlic from the kitchen, and I stuck them in here whenever they started to root because I didn't get to them fast enough. There's the woody stem from my basil, but I don't think it's going to come back. You can't see it in the thing. It gets lost in the leaves. Let me find it. I'll cover it for you. There it is, right here. This guy. That's the stem from my basil plant. It gets real woody. So anyway, we'll see how this turns out because those guys, I mean, they think it's spring. You know? And it's still February. I mean, we could go, let's see, we got all of February, all of March, beginning of April before that stuff is going to be safe. So anyway, so that was my little garden walk today. That makes me happy.